Welcome back, everyone, to day 2 of the 2024 Cranbrook Tennis Classic. Joining me now in our booth is the second man through to round 2 of this event. Of course, he's a returning champion when it comes to all things cracked rackets. 2023 NCAA singles champion Ethan Quinn joining me. EQ, first of all, congratulations on the victory today. It's good to see you, my friend. Talk me through what went well against Ozan.
Yeah, I came out returning very well. Made him hit a lot of first balls. I didn't really give him any free points off the serve. So I put a lot of pressure on his first serve. He started kind of pressing a little bit, tried to do too much with his serve. So it really made it easy for me with second serve returns, getting a lot of opportunities. And then honestly, on my service games, I'm working on pinpoint serve now. I've changed it about 2 weeks ago. So it's a work in progress, kind of getting the confidence early on to make first serves when I was a little uncomfortable. Really gave me a little bit of juice as I went through the match. Really helped me as I was on the ground. When you're feeling confident on your serve, then everything else feels so good. Yeah. So I really started playing well off the ground, moving forward, and just really exposing a few points where he was slipping around a little bit. So just kind of going back behind him often, kind of just exposing those little moments that would give me an advantage.
Yeah, no, it was, again, a really well executed game plan by you. And I'm curious, you talk about that work on the serve. Obviously, you just completed your first full year on tour, and I don't know if you know this, that was your 73rd match in the last 52 weeks. That is a lot of tennis, my friend.
A lot of tennis.
I'm curious, as you reflect on year one, what are the lessons you've learned from your first year playing pro tennis?
To enjoy it all a lot more. I feel like the first year I was so focused on just winning rather than enjoying the whole process. Oftentimes within the first 6 months, I was like, man, I'm not cut out for this. Like, I need to go back to UGA, I need to go back and see the boys, be with Manny and Jamie. Yeah. So really just getting over that hump of really learning and understanding that this is what's meant for me. Mm-hmm. Not really thinking that I should have gone back. Once I was able to kind of get that mindset changed, then I was able to really just start exploding a little bit more.
Yeah, no, and obviously that's the sort of maturity. It makes sense why you're having the success that you are. You talked about the adjustment on the serve. The reason I brought that up was to set up this question. 72 matches in 52 weeks. You don't really have a big training block period, right? You have the off season, but you talk about tinkering with the serve mid-year. What led to that decision from you, and 2 weeks in, how's it going so far?
We had 2 weeks in between Wichita and here. Okay. And so we had a 2-week training block really to kind of treat it as if it's a 2-week preseason. I'm really focused on fitness, movement. I was doing movement every single day in the gym with Franco Herrero at Forward Training, shout it out. Really just doing as much movement I could to feel good on the court. Yeah. But then when you have 2 weeks like that, you have to really make the most of it. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes you're on the road making adjustments and it's just not the same. Yeah. When you have 2 weeks, you can really kind of build it up from the ground. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it was from Brian and Brad. They really thought that my serve was lacking. I guess it didn't have as much growth that this new serve would have. And so it's just a work in progress, and we're slowly improving it.
No, we saw the dividends again paid today in your serving result. You went over to Europe. You got a long experience on the clay. I'm curious. I know you played some green clay matches before then, but to get over there, what was that month and a half experience like for you? What'd you learn?
How to make balls.
Yeah,
make a lot of balls. It's funny. Some of the guys that you play, it's just they're able to dig shots out of corners everywhere on the court. So really just kind of having the mindset of serving for first balls rather than serving for aces. Yeah. It's really paid dividends out here. And I'm able to serve and be ready for the next ball rather than I felt like sometimes early in the season where I was serving for aces, guys would hit a good return, I'd be on my back foot. Mm-hmm. It's not really a back foot player. So if I'm on my front foot, I'm in a comfortable position. So.
I'm going to go ahead and agree. You are not a back foot player. If you're going to take anything away from this interview, that's what it should be, tennis fans. Why play Wichita? Obviously, you've been playing a lot of challenger level events. Why sneak that 25K into your schedule?
U.S. didn't have many challengers at that time of the year. There wasn't really any hard courts except in Asia. Yeah. Really to go all the way across the world to play hard court tournaments just doesn't seem like the best thing for me at this point in my career. I'd won Wichita last year, so I was very comfortable with it. And then honestly, I had a pretty bad record in 25Ks this year. Sure. Went 1-3 to start the year in 25Ks, and I was 2-1 in Masters 1000. So really to kind of there's no easy matches on the Pro Tour, so just to kind of work on getting as many matches as I could and feeling confident, and I was able to make the most of it there.
I'll say this, futures players, back foot players, Masters 1000's front foot players, so that success rate actually makes a lot of sense in my mind. My last two questions for you, you have done a lot of traveling, and you've gotten the chance now to see the world. I'm curious where this Bloomfield Hills Challenger fits in the broader Challenger ecosystem, how we're doing here in year 2.
Definitely top 3. I'd say top 3 on the Challenger Tour. The fact that there's food, it's a nice hotel where there's transportation where it's pretty easy to get to and from the site. You know, most challengers don't actually have like quality food for the players where you can get unlimited buffet style type food. And honestly, the fan engagement here, when you have hundreds of fans there, it's like even if a match is 2-2 like that one, there's still energy from the crowd. You know, it didn't feel like there was any lull in the atmosphere of where I was playing. So it's one of the best challengers in the States, and so far one of the best challengers I've played in my career.
I know people here in Bluefield Hills will love to hear that. Well, my last question for you, halfway mark of the year now passed, a little bit over that. What are your goals? Is it week to week? Is it day by day? What do you hope to accomplish here to wrap up 2024?
Yeah, just focusing on this week, honestly. You know, you can't think about what's going to happen at the US Open if you're not at the US Open.
Yeah, sure.
So just trying to focus on Bloomfield Hills, make the most of it this week. Really just continue to progress my serve and my game, and just keep moving forward with the summer.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not 28 now after 1 year? Because that was a damn good interview, my friend.
Thank you.
No, again, Ethan Quinn through to round 2. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Appreciate it. Crack.